Hey you guys, welcome to another 60-minute reformer flow, our favorite, right? 60 minutes on the reformer, it's my favorite, so I'm hoping it's your favorite. Today we've got a really fun class, very minimal setup, no props. Okay, so that's kind of nice, the setup's real simple. I'm calling this one classical roulette because we're gonna play with some classical work on the reformer today, which I don't always tap into, but today we're gonna do that, so it's gonna be really fun. Now I'm leveling this one a level 2. And you may not notice too many of those on my page, right? Everything is a little bit more advanced. This one is going to be manageable for all levels. So I'm going to include my layering like I always do. So meaning we're going to start a sequence slow and slowly amp up the work. It's going to get more difficult as we move through the sequence. The reason I do that is so that if a layer doesn't work for you, you stay at the layer before it, okay? So in other words, if we go from extending one leg at a time to extending 2 legs at a time and you're not ready for that, you continue with extending 1 leg at a time. And I'll speak to that as I work. We're in the sequence for the same amount of time as somebody who's maybe more advanced, but your work changes, right? The difficulty of your work is less, okay? So less aggressive, based on the layering, and I'll speak to that as we work, so don't worry about that. This workout is good for all levels. If you like a more advanced workout, you're gonna get a really great workout today as well. Okay, today's focus is core strength and control, so that's the reason I'm incorporating a lot of classical roots today. You're really gonna feel that core strength turn on, and we're gonna work on improving that. Now, you're also gonna get a really good dose of work through the glutes and the hamstrings, okay? So a lot of full body work, okay, but you're gonna notice core strength the most and then a little bit of activation through the glutes and hamstrings, which is gonna feel great as well. Now, minimal setup, right? So foot bar is down and out of the way. Your platform is nice and clear. Okay, I am on a balanced body studio reformer. The only reason it may look a little different is because I have an infinity foot bar. However, today that doesn't matter. We're not gonna use the foot bar. So just have that foot bar folded forward and clear of the platform. Your platform is fine the way it is. You just want it nice and clear. If you'd like a squishy pad, your feet are gonna be the only thing on the platform today. So if you're comfortable without one, I would suggest not using a squishy pad just because it can tend to slip. But if you need one, grab that, have it ready. You're gonna need your foot strap today. Now on a balanced body reformer, that foot strap or safety strap is always on there, unless I remove it, but it's pretty much always there. So I have it ready for me in my well. If you're on a different brand of reformer that doesn't have the foot strap already attached, please have it ready to go. You're gonna need it for the 3rd sequence into class today. Okay, you're gonna be working with different springs. Today we're gonna start on 1 blue, which is a light, or 1 yellow, which is an extra light on my machine. Some machines it's a white, some machine it's just 1 spring. So know that you have the option, okay? Now, I'm gonna do most of the work on 1 blue today. That way you know that it's manageable even if you don't have an extra light spring. You can do this entire class without having that spring, okay? So we are gonna go to a heavier spring load. At that time, I will be adding on my extra light, but I'll give you the option to switch to 1 red if you don't have that, okay? So I'll speak to that as well. Your headrest is gonna be either up or down, whatever gives you better alignment through the spine when you are on your back or supine. Okay, so when you're on your back, you want to look for a nice long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. If when you lie down, you have a big arch in that neck, you want to put the headrest up so you get that nice alignment. Okay, so that's the only reason for that. And you'll feel a different closure through your ribs. If you do have the arc through the back of the neck, you'll notice a slight flaring to your rib cage, which is going to compromise core control and strength. So we want to find that alignment. It is not cheating to put the headrest up, okay? You need to work with what's best for your body, and everybody is different, okay? Headrest up or down. Your long and short loops, we're going to use both today. However, if you only have 1 length, perfect, we'll work with that. So basically what I'm saying today is no matter what your reformer looks like and what brand of reformer you have or what level you are at, this class is going to be good for everybody, okay? So we'll make it work today. We are going to get started, all right? Be ready for some strong core control and strength today. We're going to start in a 4-point kneel rear facing. So let's get to it. All right, we're gonna come onto our hands and knees facing the rear. So your knees are on the carriage, your toes are on the platform. And we're gonna bring our hands down. We're gonna start with some core activation. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and relax your toes to start, because what we're gonna do right now is not gonna require us picking up the legs. So knees are hip width apart, wrists are right under your shoulders. Go ahead and spread all 10 fingers out nice and wide. I want you to engage the core. So let's pull that belly button up and in. Broaden your collarbone. Think about breathing into the back side of your ribs. And on your inhale, I want you to think about drawing the carriage into the bumper. So I'm creating internal resistance. In other words, I'm pulling my hands back towards my knees. And this is causing an internal shake, okay? So all your connective tissue starts to fire. Everything's starting to light up in that waistline and that front body. Okay, you should feel your back body too. The shoulders, the lats. Hold on to that. You're pulling that carriage into the bumper. My toes are relaxed. My shins are relaxed. You're here for 4. Last 3, breathe normally. Last 2, and relax that. Go ahead and turn your toes under. We're still not going to lift the knees, not yet, but I want you to feel the difference in the work because we're getting ready for that. Go ahead, inhale to prepare. Exhale, go ahead and draw that carriage into the bumper with lots of force, okay? So I really want you to think about turning everything on. By pulling the palms towards your knees, right, you feel that internal shake. I want you to hang on to that. You're here for 6. Last 5, hang on, don't let it go. For 4, last 3, last 2, and relax that. Okay, now we're gonna start to think about the knees. So we're gonna inhale again to prepare. Exhale. Create that internal resistance. On your next inhale, I want you to go ahead and hover those knees 1 inch off the carriage and hold. Continue to pull the carriage into the bumper. Okay, so you've got a nice little battle going on in that waistline. You're here for 6, for 5, last 4, and 3, last 2, and set those knees down nice and soft. Okay, you should feel pretty warm right now. We're gonna do it again. All right, here we go. Last time, and then we're gonna take it out to a plank. Go ahead and exhale. Inhale, draw those knees up, hold. Pull that carriage into the bumper. Hold it, hold it. You're here for 6, 5, elbows are soft. 4, 3, last 2, don't drop those knees. Go ahead, inhale. Take your carriage all the way out. If you're on that blue spring, you're going to feel that resistance. Go ahead and fight it. Okay, hang on. You're keeping your wrists under your shoulders. Your legs are nice and straight. On your exhale, let's bend the knees under the hips. Don't set them down. Keep them in a hover. Inhale, send the carriage out. Exhale, bring it back into the bumper. Pull it into the bumper. Create that internal resistance. Inhale out. Exhale, pull. So with that internal resistance that we're creating, right, these movements are super intentional. I want you to think about that today. Commit to it, all right? Move with confidence, okay? Exhale, bend those knees. Good, you're here for 4. Inhale out. Exhale, bend. Those knees slide right under the hips. 3, and bend. Good, last 2, and bend. Good, think of that long line. Think of the sitting bones broadening as you bend your knees. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold that plank nice and strong. We're not locked out through the elbows because I want you to feel active joints, okay? Create space between those shoulder blades. You're holding for 8, for 7, for 6, legs are strong. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and pull that carriage all the way in. Okay, we're gonna flip over. It does not matter what your springs are on, just flip over and lie on your back. Okay, right here. Now, notice that I'm a little bit away from my shoulder blocks, okay? We want to be that way because we're not gonna use any of the machine equipment at the moment. We're just gonna use our body weight. So go ahead and bring your knees up and over your hips. Okay, so we're in tabletop. Now, I want you to think about keeping the knees directly over the hips. Do not let them come in over the belly button, okay? Because this is taking a lot of work away from the core. And we don't want to do that. That's not what it's about for this hour. It's about creating strength here. So go ahead and move those knees directly over the hips so that femur can sink into the hip socket. We're gonna flex the feet so we feel the back of the leg start to turn on. Now we're gonna create a little more resistance. We're gonna bring the palms of our hands to the tops of our thighs. Okay, right hand on right thigh, left hand on left thigh. I want you to go ahead, keeping a neutral spine and pelvis. Okay, belly button pulled up and in. You're gonna press on your exhale. Press into your thighs press into your hands press into your thighs, and you are pushing so hard that you start to shake. Okay, but nothing moves. Everything is nice and still. You're here for 6, for 5, hang on to it. For 4, keep pressing. For 3, it's a battle between those legs and those arms, but it's in the core. Last 2, and relax it right there. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, go ahead and press into those thighs. Hold that internal resistance. Good, hang on to it. You're here for 6. Press, press, press. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax that. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to add a curl through the head, neck, and shoulders. All right, so on your exhale, you're gonna press into your thighs. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into your thighs. Go ahead and lift the head off the carriage. Hold right there. Hold and press. Pull that belly button up and in a little stronger. You're here for 6, for 5. Feet are flexed. For 4, for 3. Last 2, and lower your head down. Now, we're going to do that, and we're going to add a little leg extension, okay? And this is going to be the last piece of it. So I'm going to ask you to take your left arm up to the sky, right hand to the top of your right thigh. Okay, we're going to start to create resistance. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into your right thigh. Go ahead and lift your head off the carriage. And now we're going to extend left arm, left leg. Hold that extension. Hold it strong. Nice and strong, really strong quad, strong glute on that left side. You're here for 4, press into that right thigh. For 3, for 2, and bring it all the way down and in. Okay, other side. Left hand to the top of your left quad. Right arm up to the sky. Okay, here we go. We're gonna press on our exhale. Press into that left thigh. Go ahead and lift your head off the carriage. Inhale, extend that right arm and right leg. Strong, nice strong. You're leading with your right heel, pressing into my left thigh for 4, for 3, last 2, and pull it all the way in and down. Whew, okay, go ahead and lower your legs to the platform. We're gonna start with an arm arc series. So for that, I want you to go ahead and change your springs. So come on up. We're gonna add on the extra light. So if you were on a yellow or an extra light already, add your blue spring. If you were already on a blue, add your yellow or white. Otherwise, if you don't have an extra light, switch to one red. Okay, one red is your other option, one heavy. Okay, here we go. So 2 springs or just 1, depending on whether you have that extra light spring. Go ahead and roll back down, and your head is gonna go right on that headrest. Headrest is up or down, okay, whatever gave you better alignment through the spine. Go ahead and reach back, and I want you to grab your short loops. Now, if you have both long and short, you always have the option to go to the long loops, okay, if the resistance is just too much today. I don't want you to muscle through the work. I want you to feel connected and strong and powerful, but I don't want you to over muscle through. I want you to be able to use your breath, okay? Now, relax those arms up and overhead so you have no tension yet on the straps. Let's take the right leg up into tabletop, and left leg is gonna come too. We're gonna glue the legs together so we have a strong connection through the midline. All right, now shins are parallel to the floor, knees are directly over the hips. Let's point our toes. All right, now we're gonna find resistance through the straps. On your exhale, you're gonna draw those straps over the chest and hold them right there. Okay, palms are facing the knees. All right, now from here, we're gonna start with the head down. All right, and we're gonna start with just a simple arm arc. We're gonna inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring those arms down to the carriage. All the way down. I want you to tap your forearm on the carriage. And then you're gonna inhale as you take those arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down to the carriage. Inhale, bring the arms up. Now, as you work right here, I want you to start to think about the neutral spine and pelvis, right? Your tailbone is heavy in the carriage, okay? Your hip bones, all right, those pointy bones right at the side of your hip, they're shining straight up towards the ceiling, right? And we've got a little bit of breathing room under our low back, all right? So we're holding a neutral spine. We're not rolling into a posterior tilt with that pelvis. Good, and we're not rolling into an anterior tilt, which would give us a rainbow at the low back. We don't want a rainbow at the low back. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. 2 more. Exhale down. We're going to start to layer on. This sequence has quite a few layers. All right, so I want you to listen to your body. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Now, right here, we're going to add head, neck, and shoulders. So on your exhale, you're going to curl and lift head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. 4 more like that. Exhale, remember, you're bringing your arms all the way down to the carriage. Inhale, down. Good. Last 3. Curl. The tips of your shoulder blades lift. Okay, now in this ab curl, I want you to think about space between chin and chest, right? Imagine there's an orange underneath your chin, okay? I'm looking as I curl right above my knees, right above my knees. Good. Last one like this. Curl and release. Now we're going to add 1 leg. Okay, so continue to do the same thing. Right leg is going to start. You're going to curl. Extend the right leg long, right off that hip. The lower you go, the more core control you need, okay? Core strength. And then bring that back. Good, let's go left leg. Curl and reach that leg strong. Point that toe. Both toes are pointed. Inhale down. Good. Curl, right leg reaches. And come back. Good. Left leg reaches. And come back. We've got 1 more each side. Right leg, exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. Good. Left leg, exhale, reach. You know what's coming next, right? We're going to go both legs. Now, you know if you need to stay with 1 leg, that's what you do. Exhale, curl. Both legs reach strong. They're zipped up tight. We have the strength of the midline. Inhale as you lower. Good. Exhale, curl and reach. Inhale as you lower. You have 4 more right here. Exhale, curl. Good. You have a nice solid connection through the mid-back. Okay, the tailbone is heavy. Curl and reach. Good, and bring it back. Whoo, last 2. Curl and reach. And bring it back. Now, I am going to take you into the 100. Okay, the 100 is in this position. Now, before we go there, I want you to just take a second right here. Go ahead and relax. You can relax your straps if you'd like as well. We're going to find that long leg position. Arms long by your side, and you're going to pump your arms. It's going to look like this. Just look at me right now. You're going to curl and reach, and we're going to pump the arms. Now, we're going to do that for 100 beats. However, if the legs long is not manageable for you today, you keep your legs bent like this, okay? And you pump your arms with your legs bent. If you want to try half with the legs extended, or maybe just even 10 with the legs extended, you can do that. But I want you to listen to your body. There will be no rainbow in your low back because you won't allow that. That's going to put too much strain on the core, okay? So let's listen to our body, right? And we're not muscling through. We're working strong, okay? All together. Here we go, all right? On your inhale. Let's inhale to prepare. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Arms come down. We curl. We reach the legs long. Here we go. I'm going to count. You just have to pump those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pull it all the way in. Guys, nice job. Hang up your straps. Whew, the core is on, right? It is on. Hug those knees into your chest. Give me 2 big breaths right here. Inhale. Make the ribs go wide, not up. Think wide. Inhale, wide. Exhale all that air out. One more time. Big inhale into the rib basket. Exhale all that air out. Look, I even got a bark from my dog. She's excited that we did the 100 all together. Okay, come on up. We're going to do a roll up now. So this is where you need your foot strap. Leave your springs how they are. No matter what spring load you're on, you're good, okay? Go ahead and grab that foot strap or hook it on if it wasn't already on. Your feet are coming underneath it on the platform. Now, I want you to make sure that your foot strap is taut. So I'm going to ask you to press into the abductors, the outer line of the leg, so that you have a nice tight strap and it can't shift around, okay? Feet are flat, but we're not going to try to rely on the strap. We're going to try to rely on our core, okay? So lie all the way down on your back. Clear those shoulder blocks. Oh, I see a nice little sweat mark from the 100. Okay, now we're going to start with our arms up and over our chest, but I'm going to ask you to point your palms towards your feet, okay? Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Think about engaging the core already. Pull the belly button up and in. Ribs are closed, right? There's no rainbows here. We have a nice, solid, neutral pelvis and spine. Now, on your exhale, we're going to curl. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, not leading with your chin, but rather think leading with your sternum. You're going to roll all the way up. We're not going to rely on the foot strap too much, and we're going to roll to a really tall sit right on the tips of our sitting bones, and those arms are going to come up and overhead. Good. Now we're going to go back down the same way, but I want you to hinge first. So keeping the arms overhead, I want you to lean back 2 inches. That is a flat back, no rolling. You should feel an engagement in your core. And now you're going to curl through the tailbone. The arms are going to lower at the same time through the tailbone, through the low back, through the mid back. We're fighting not to lay down too fast, right? And then the head touches down, arms are over your chest. Same thing. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll, leading with your sternum, rolling all the way up, peeling yourself off the carriage, sitting tall on your sitting bones, lifting out of your low back and reaching those arms up and overhead. Here we go. We're going to lean back with this long lever. Arms are overhead. That creates a lot of core control right there. And then we're going to start to lower the arms as we roll through the low back, the mid back, the upper back, all the way down to the carriage. Arms come back up and over the chest. 2 more just like that. Try to rely less and less on that foot strap. Okay, exhale, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. We roll and reach, lifting onto the tips of our sitting bones. Think about those sitting bones piercing the carriage. We're sitting so tall, lifting up out of the pelvis. And then we're going to lean back 2 inches. That's a flat back. Keep your biceps in front of your ears. Roll through the low back, the mid back, the upper, and all the way down, arms up and over the chest. 1 more time like that. Exhale, roll and reach, peel yourself up off that carriage, lift and sit tall. That should feel amazing right there. You should feel your hip flexors, okay, with this bent position. And then we're going to lean back, and then we're going to roll tailbone, low back, mid back, all the way down to the carriage. Now, I kind of lied. We got 1 more. We got 1 more because we're going to hold it. Okay, so here we go. Exhale, curl and reach all the way up. Sit up and reach. Now, if you're not ready for a hold yet, continue with your rolls. Okay, otherwise, we're going to roll back halfway. So we're going to find a lean back, hold. Now, scoop the tailbone. The low back, we're off our sitting bones now. Approaching the mid back, and I want you to hold. Those arms are extended. We're going to pulse up. Little 1 inch up and down. It's teeny tiny. Collarbone is broad, right? We've got space between chin and chest. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, we have one more layer. Hang on, continue to pulse or roll down if you need a break. Your arms are going to make a box. I call these I Dream a Genie arms. Make a box with your arms. We're going to twist to the left. Keep your pelvis quiet. And we're going to inhale as we twist the rib basket to the left. Exhale through center. Inhale, twist to the right. Pelvis is quiet. Both hip bones are glued down. Come back through center. Good. To the left, inhale. Exhale through center. Good. You should be shaking. To the right, inhale. Exhale through center. One more each side. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Last one to the right. Inhale. Exhale through center. And roll all the way down. Whoo! We did it. We did it. Sequence 3 done. All right, guys, come on up. We are going to change our springs. You no longer need your foot strap today. So go ahead and get that out of the way or take it off. You're going back down to 1 spring if you were on 2. If you were on a red, the red is switching. Okay, so you're either 1 blue or 1 yellow or extra light. Okay, so you pick which one you want. The yellow or the extra light is going to require a little bit more core control. And the blue or the light spring is you're going to be fighting with a little more resistance. Okay, so go ahead and pick yours. I'm going to go with 1 blue. Lie all the way down on your back. Headrest is either up or down, your choice. Go ahead and grab your right long loop. Okay, right long loop. And that is coming around your right foot. Okay, now we're going to invite both legs into tabletop. Go ahead and glue your legs together right now so we have that midline connection. Now, I'm going to give myself a little bit of breathing room between my shoulder blocks because we will be taking an ab curl, just not yet. Okay, now if you tend to scooch up or if that resistance tends to push you up towards the shoulder blocks, just give yourself a little bit of breathing room. All right, now we're going to go with pointed toes on this one. All right, now your arms are going to start long by your side. Okay, now we're going to work with 1 leg only. Okay, but our left leg is going to be in an isometric hold. So we're going to keep that left knee over the hip. Make sure it is not over your chest. Okay, it is over your hip. And that right leg is going to extend out nice and strong. Okay, full extension. Now, this is our start position. All right, so I want you to already think about engaging the core. Pull that belly button and the ribs closed. You have a neutral pelvis. Feel those hip bones. Make sure they're pointing up and not back or forward. Okay, if they're pointing forward, you would have a rainbow in your back, and that is definitely a no-go. I'd rather you be the other way, but neither. We're trying to do neither. We're trying to keep it neutral. Okay, so hip bones up. Little bit of breathing room in the low back, but definitely no rainbow. Arms long by your side. Here we go. We're going to take that right leg, and it's going to lift up on an exhale. Feel the stretch in your hamstring. That should feel good. Stop it, though, so that you keep a neutral pelvis. I don't want your tailbone to peel up, okay? And then you're going to inhale as you lower the leg. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. So nothing changes with the pelvis, okay? Tailbone stays down. I really want you to fight for that because that's probably the number one thing I see when we put the feet in straps is the tailbone start to pick up. Okay, if you're on an extra light spring right now, you're probably not battling any sort of major resistance for that tailbone to lift, but a light may possibly do that. So I want you to just make sure the tailbone stays glued down. All right, now keep that core engaged. All right, your left leg has no support. It's in an isometric hold. All right, you're here for 2 more. Lower on an inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. That inhale is going to give you that internal length. That's why we do it on the lowering of the leg so we get nice and long. Exhale, bring it back. Now, we're going to start with a leg circle on this 1 leg. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to lower on your inhale. And you're going to exhale as you bring that leg out and around. Control it, though, because you want both hips to stay down. And bring it back up and over the hip. Oh, feel that lovely stretch through the hamstring. Inhale as you lower. and sweep it around strong and controlled. That's why your arms are by your side. All right, I want you to use them as support. Lower the leg, out and around. Nothing changes except the mobility through that hip. Inhale down, sweep it around and back up and over the hip. 2 more like that. We're working on lubricating that hip socket. Okay, out and around. Good, we are gonna go the other way. Down, out and around. Now hold this one at the top. Okay, make sure everything's still where it needs to be. Left knee is over the hip, neutral pelvis. We're gonna go out to the right first. So you're gonna open the leg to the right, keep it in parallel, and then you're gonna sweep it down and around and back over the hip. Okay, out to the side, down and around, and back up and over the hip. Now, if you're on one light spring and you feel like that's too much resistance and you're twisting, switch your spring to that extra light if you have it. Okay, if not, I really want you to work on minimizing your range of motion, because the bigger you go, the harder it's going to be to control everything. All right, so if you need to make your movement smaller, make it smaller. Okay, out and around. 2 more just like that. Opening out to the side, inhale, exhale, sweep it around. Good, you want to try to bring that leg nice and low so that core has to work hard, pulling it back up and over. Okay, now holding it back at that start position or back up and over the hip. All right, now from here, we're gonna take this leg down to a 45-degree angle. So you're gonna inhale, bring that leg down to a 45 hold. All right, now from here, we're gonna add an ab curl. So that's why we needed space between the shoulder blocks and our shoulders. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna interlace them behind your head. Now I want you to keep your elbows wide and think about not pushing your head forward, but rather tractioning your head towards the rear of the machine so you find length through your spine. So let's traction and curl with the strength of our abdominal wall. Okay, your right leg's at a 45, your left knee is over your hip. We're gonna take the left leg now, and we're gonna extend it out to match the right. Zip it up and pull it back in. Good, take it out and pull it back in. Now your right leg, the one with the strap, is isometric. Your left leg is the moving leg, and you're gonna feel the major core control needed to control that leg, right? There's no support for it, it's all you. All right, inhale, take it out. Exhale, pull it in. Last one. Take it out and hold it out there. Okay, keep that ab curl. We're gonna take both legs and we're gonna swivel them into external rotation. So my heels stay together, but my feet open up into first position and my inner thighs open up towards the sky. Let's bring them back to parallel. Zip them up, close them. Good. Swivel into external, first position, and back to parallel. Good. 4 more. Swivel open and closed. Good. External, parallel. Last 2. External, parallel. Last 1. External, parallel. Now, I'm going to ask you to swivel into external rotation. Go ahead. Swivel there now. Hold. We're going to bend both knees. Both knees are going to bend wide, but the knees still track with big toe, second toe. So I don't want you to let them open as wide as they want. I want you to control your opening, okay? Control your opening. And then we're going to zip it up back to first position. Good. Bend, zip and press. Now you could be doing this all with just your right leg, and that left leg would still be in tabletop. Okay, if it's too much to use both legs. If you can use both legs, I want you to go for it. Okay, good. You're here for 4. Zip it up and bend. Zip it up and bend. Last 2. Zip it up and bend. Knees tracking with big toe, second toe. Zip it up and hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2, and pull it all the way in. Oh my, take off that strap. Whew, things are heating up in here. Okay, we're actually gonna continue to use the straps. Now, we're gonna do single leg stretch, but we're gonna alternate sides, okay? And the straps are gonna come around our forearms. So go ahead and grab them. Now, I'm gonna suggest short loops. If you are on an extra light spring, definitely the short loops, okay? If you're on a light or a blue, you can have a choice of short or long. I'm gonna choose my short loops, and we're gonna see how that goes. Now, relax your arms inside those straps. There's no tension yet. Go ahead and bring your right leg into tabletop. Left leg's gonna join it, okay? And we're gonna zip up the legs to start. Now, I want you to find tension through the straps. So on your exhale, draw those arms just over your chest and hold. Palms are facing my feet, okay? Now, we're gonna curl into our right leg. So we're gonna extend the left leg long. Go ahead and do that now. Left leg's gonna extend, toes are pointed. And we're gonna ab curl. So we're gonna curl and grab our right leg and pull it into the chest. Now, arm placement is important here. So your left hand is going to come to your right knee, the base of your right knee, and your right hand, your outside arm, is going to come to the lower part of that right shin, closer to the ankle. Okay, now this hand placement is so that we don't twist. And when we switch legs, we're going to do the same thing. So I will speak to that. So you're going to pull this into your chest, give it a double pulse. Pulse, pulse. That's an exhale. Inhale, switch legs. I almost forgot my hand placement. Double pulse. Your outside arm is reaching for your ankle. Your inside arm is at your knee. Okay, double pulse and switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse. Now, choreography here alone might be difficult enough to not have to worry about breath. I want you to breathe normally. But if we're advanced enough that we can add the breath coordination, you're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. I got it off. Here we go. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. There we go. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 counts. Okay, I know I felt all mixed up. It's kind of like we count the 100. Okay, double pulse. And switch, double pulse. Switch, double pulse. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4. One more. Exhale 2, 3, 4. And go ahead and lower it all the way down. Okay, so don't worry about breath there. Obviously, me cueing you through the breath there didn't work out as well as I hoped anyway. But you get the idea. Okay, we moved through that movement with the neck extensor muscles working too. Okay, so hopefully you felt that because we're going to work on that strength as well. All right, go ahead and hook up your straps. Okay, we're actually going to do the single leg work now on the other side. Okay, so your both legs are in tabletop still. You can zip up your inner thighs. Go ahead and take your left long loop, and you're going to put that long loop around your left foot, okay? So same work we did on the right leg, we're going to do it on the left side now. Arms are going to be long by your side, so we're giving the neck a break, okay? Right here. Think about engaging the core, finding your neutral pelvis. Now, from here, we're going to extend that left leg nice and long. I had to think for a second. Extend the left leg nice and long. Toes are pointed. All right. We're going to start with just a lift and lower of that leg. So on your exhale, your leg lifts, keeping the tailbone down. Inhale, lower. Okay. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. All right, so right here, just resetting the body. Arms are supportive by your side. We're pressing them into the carriage. Good, and we're just thinking about that smooth movement through the hip. Isometric hold on this right side. Knee is over the hip, not over the chest or the belly button. Okay, last 2. Lift, exhale. Inhale, lower. Last 1, exhale. Inhale, lower. Now bringing that leg back up and over the hip. We're going to start with that leg circle. So that left leg is going to come down just like it did. Down towards the springs, out and around and back over the hip. Now remember, I'm on 1 blue. Wherever you're at, I want you to watch your range of motion to make sure you are thinking about form first. form first. It is all about control, okay? Out and around and back up and over the hip. Down, exhale, out and around, back up and over the hip. And you can play with that. Maybe try one really big and see what happens. See what happens. I'd rather you experience the form and then see if you need to change it, okay? But I'd rather you go there. Don't be scared of the movement. Inhale, lower, out and around. Good. Last two. Inhale, exhale, out and around. Working on lubricating that hip, right? Inhale, out and around. Make sure that right shin is still parallel to the floor. Now, staying up and over the hip, we're going to go the other way. You're going to open the leg to the left and pull it down and around, back through the midline and up. Good. Inhale, open, sweep it around and pull it up. Good. Inhale, open, out and around, pull it up. Keep everything under control. Good. 4 more. Out and around and bring it up. Last 3. Out and around. Good. And bring it up. Last 2. Out and around and bring it up. Last 1. Everything controlled. Last one, best one. Good. And bring it up and over the hip. Now, we're going to work a little bit now with that right leg joining it, okay? But we're going to get that ab curl first. So we're going to lower that left leg to a 45-degree angle. Okay, hold it right there. We're going to find that space between your shoulders and your shoulder blocks and go ahead and find your ab curl. So we're going to interlace those fingers behind the base of the skull. Thumbs are long down the back of your neck. Hold that right there. Now, the right leg is going to shoot out. There's my word. Shoot out so it can join the left and then pull it back in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Good. Inhale out. Exhale in. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep that ab curl. Keep tractioning that skull out and back. Good. Last 2. Take it out and pull it in. Last 1. Take it out and pull it in. Now, we're going to take it out and keep it out there. Hold. All right, you can do this with one leg. If that right knee needs to stay over the hip, you can do that, okay? Both legs are going to swivel into external rotation. So inner thighs open, back to parallel. Swivel. So you're working at mobility at the hip again. Range of motion. Okay, your feet make a little V. Your inner thighs open up, but we're still zipped up. Close. Open, close. Open, close for 4. Open, close, last 3. Open, close, last 2. Open, close, last 1. Hold it open. Here we go. Those knees are going to bend, froggy bend. Okay, shins become parallel to the floor again. My kneecaps track with big toe, second toe, so they make a nice line from one another. And then we press out and zip up in first position. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Good. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. 4 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Keep that tailbone glued down. Bend and press. Last 2. Bend and press. Last 1. Bend. Narrow through that waistline. Press it out. Hold it there. Hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2, and bring it all the way in. Whew. Okay, take off the strap. Okay, you're going to need that strap, so don't hang it up. Keep your legs lifted. If you need to give them a break and set them down on the platform, you can do that. We're going to take the other loop as well, so both short loops I'm recommending. They're going to come back on your forearms. We're going to do double leg stretch. So we did single leg stretch, right? That was where I screwed up counting, right? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. We remember that? Okay, this time we're going to do both legs. All right, so your short loops around your forearms. If you have your extra light spring on, definitely your short loops. If you have a light, you have a choice between long or short, okay? Whatever you feel most comfortable with. Now, find tabletop with those legs again. Shins parallel to the floor, toes are pointed, inner thighs are zipped up, nice and strong. Knees over your hips, not over your chest, okay? So push them forward over your hips. We activated the core. It's ready for all this, okay? Your arms are up and over your chest, so you have a little bit of resistance on those straps. Palms face your feet. Okay, now from here, we're gonna curl. So head, neck, and shoulders, curl, and we're gonna hug our knees into our chest. So grab onto your shins. Okay, now from here, we're gonna take the arms overhead and the legs long. That is an inhale, so let's exhale. Inhale, take the arms and legs out, and now we're gonna circle the arms. Circle the arms around to the side and pull your knees back in. Okay, inhale, lengthen, palms face the ceiling, legs are strong. Circle around and grab. Now, if you are making a rainbow at your low back, I do not want you to take your legs this low, okay? If you have a rainbow, your legs need to go high, okay? And then we circle around and pull it in. Okay, the lower you bring the legs, the more challenging on the core. All right, don't worry about those straps. If they're traveling up to your bicep, let them do that. Okay, the only reason I have you with straps here is to create a little extra resistance to battle against. Okay, I know you feel your neck. Hang on, you're here for 4. Circle around and pull it in. Good, last 3. Think about that orange under your chin, right? You've got a nice imprint with your low back on that carriage. Circle around, pull it in. Last 1, reach, circle around and pull it in. And set the head down. Whew. Take off your straps. Short and sweet. Short and sweet on that one. Okay, now, what are we coming to? We're coming into spine stretch, so come on up. All right, this is where you got a little bit of the classical work. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Classical work thrown in. All right, now, again, you choose your spring load. All right, for this one, I'm going to recommend long loops if you're on a blue. Okay, blue or yellow, either one is fine. If you are on a blue, please take your long loops. So I'm on a blue, I'm gonna take my long loops. I'm gonna scoot all the way back to my shoulder blocks, okay? I'm not gonna be right up against them, but I'm gonna have like an inch of space. I want my legs supported on the carriage. Now I'm gonna open my legs to hip width apart, and I want you to flex your feet really strong, okay? Now your arms are gonna come up and over your head, all right? Now in this position, I want you to sit really strong. We're going to lower the arms, but I want you to think first about creating that resistance through the straps. Okay, so I'm battling to keep my biceps in front of my ears. Okay, so I feel the core, I feel the waistline working, I'm sitting tall on my sitting bones. You're going to lower your arms to chest height. Okay, now this is where we broaden the collarbone. Okay, we roll the shoulder blades down the back. My palms are facing the floor. And I've got my thumbs hooked inside those long loops. Flex your feet strong so your quads are engaged and you feel strong legs. Okay, your sitting bones are piercing the carriage. We're gonna fold forward, but I want you to keep your arms lifted. So on your exhale, we're gonna bow forward, we're gonna roll forward, forward fold, reaching the arms past the toes. And I want you to think about keeping your arms level and your biceps in line with your ears, okay? You're gonna bow your head between your biceps, okay? So I'm looking at my inner thighs, my legs are strong, my feet are flexed, I'm reaching with my fingertips, and then I'm gonna inhale as I round up and stack the spine sitting nice and tall. Okay, that's it, it's just simple. It's not that simple, right? You can feel it. It's a deep, deep stretch, okay? And you should feel your hip flexors here with this strength through the lower half. On your exhale, okay, we're gonna bow between those arms. We're gonna reach the arms forward past the toes. Hold that there. Flex, 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 leading with your heels, okay? You feel the stretch through the back line of the leg, and then you're gonna inhale as you roll up and stack the spine, so postural. All right, nice and tall. All right, here we go, 2 more. Exhale. Forward fold, rounding forward, bowing your head between your biceps. Look at your inner thighs. Okay, keep your arms at the same height as your ears. Hold it there. And then round and stack the spine. We got 1 more just like that. Exhale, round and curl. Pull that belly button. Almost like someone's pulling your waist back, but you want to go the other way, right? You want to go the other way towards your feet. Hold it there for 3, 2. Round and stack the spine. And then reach those straps behind you. Whew. Okay, hang up your straps. Hang them up. We're going to bridge, all right? We're going to loosen up that low back a little bit. So scoot forward, all right? You're going to like this part. Scoot forward. Now, I suggest adding your yellow on. If you're on a blue, add your yellow or add your extra light. If you are on an extra light, add your blue, okay? Now, you have the option to go to one red, all right? Whenever I say 2 springs, you know you can put your red on. So I'm on a blue. I'm going to add my extra light. Go ahead and lie all the way down on your back. Hopefully, my spring load information is not confusing you today. I don't want that to confuse you, okay? Now, your heels are on your platform, okay? And you're grounded on your carriage, okay? So I want you to not worry about being up against your shoulder blocks. You don't need to be there right now, okay? I'd rather you be closer to the edge of your carriage. Arms are long by your side, okay? And we're going to bridge. So I want you to make sure that your heels, if you have a skinny platform, your heels are on the platform, your toes can hang off. Okay, that's fine. All right, from here, my legs are hip width apart, okay? Now, you want to scoot forward enough that if I try to reach my heels, if I shimmy for my heels, I can almost tap them, okay? That's a good spot to be in. Now, from here, pressing your arms into the carriage, we're going to just lift the hips. So it's an inhale, hinging the hips up. I want you to keep the carriage home. Now we're on a slightly heavier spring load, so it should be a little easier to keep it home, but please do not press out, okay? Rather, other way. I want you to use the hamstrings to pull the carriage into the bumper, just like we did in the beginning with our hover and our resistance, okay? And then we lower the hips. Okay, inhale, lift. You are lifting to open up the front body and engage the glutes. That's it, okay? I don't want you to shove the hip bones for the ceiling. You're lifting to a glute engaged position. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good, last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, we're going to lift and we're going to hold it up there. So inhale, lift, and hold. Okay, now, I want you to think about maintaining a stable pelvis. We're going to march our legs, okay? So keeping the left foot down. You're going to lift the right leg up, foot is flexed, and lower it back to the platform. Keep the carriage home. Don't press out, okay? Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, put it down. Good. Inhale, lift. So there's a weight shift happening here, but I don't want to see it, right? We want to keep everything nice and stable. So before you lift that leg, I want you to commit to keeping the pelvis quiet, and that's it. Nothing moves, right? Nothing moves. Lots of core control here. And that commitment, right? It's going to get better as you go, as you keep working through it. The first one out of the gate is always a really tough one, right? Because we have to find that mind and muscle connection. We lift and we lower. Good. Right and lower. Left leg. Lift and lower. 1 more each side. Right and lower. Good. And left and lower. Now right here, hold your bridge and just give me a tiny pulse up. Tiny pulse up. I want you to think about the pulse coming from the glutes and the hamstrings. Tiny little lift and lower, right where the glute and the hamstring meet at the back of the leg. Good, you're here for 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up. You're going to lift your right leg. Lift that right leg just like you did before. Hold it there. This is an isometric hold for 6, 5, 4. Feel that left hamstring and glute. 3, 2. Don't drop your bridge. Drop your right leg. Make that connection. Recommit to a level pelvis. And then pick up that left leg. Hold it there. Don't let the carriage press away. You pull it in with that right hamstring. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Left foot down. Lower your bridge. Ooh, Okay, all right, you guys, that was work, and then we also loosened the low back at the same time. All right, here we go. Moving on. You're gonna come on up. We're gonna flip over. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little sequence prone, not on our tummy, but facing the carriage, okay? Now, we're gonna scoot over. We're gonna start to the right side of the carriage, all the way to the right. Now, if you are on, take off one spring. We're on too many springs. So if you are on a red, you're gonna pick either a blue or a yellow. If you're on a red, you probably don't have a yellow. So I'm going to go with one blue. You can also be with one extra light if you'd rather. So one spring, I am choosing a blue spring. Go ahead and scoot all the way over to the right side of your carriage. You're going to grab your strap that's right in front of you, and you're going to take that long loop around your right foot, okay, around your right foot, so the outside leg. Now, we're going to find a really nice 4-point kneel. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, right there. Okay, now we're going to be extending this right leg, and I'm going to ask you for that neutral pelvis again. So I want you to engage the core right here. Broaden the collarbone, pull the belly button up and in. On your inhale, I want you to go ahead and pull up that right inner thigh so the right knee has a little bit of air, like I could slip a piece of paper under my right knee. That's going to hold that neutral pelvis, and that's exactly what we want. On your next inhale, you're going to extend that right leg all the way out to full extension, right off the hip. The foot is flexed. All right, you feel a strong glute, a strong quad. Okay, that belly button's pulled up and in, and now we're going to slide the knee back under the hip. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bend. Now, when you bend that knee under you, it stops under your hip, right in line with the other knee, okay? And you want to make sure that that knee is just grazing the carriage. That way you know you're holding a level pelvis, right? We want to maintain that. Good, and we're not letting any swaying in the low back happen because I'm pulling my belly button up and in and keeping my ribs closed. Good. On the next one, you're going to hold that right leg long and extended and give me a tiny little pulse up. A tiny little pulse up. Again, thinking about the hamstring and the glute and where they meet at the back line of the leg. Good. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold that leg extended. I'm going to give you one added challenge. You only take it if you want it. You're going to take that left arm, okay, and you're going to extend it up and out, right alongside your ear. Hold it there. You're in a full bird dog position. Your thumb is facing the sky. Isometric hold for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and pull the knee and arm all the way back in. Hang up that strap. Take it off. Hang it up. Okay. Now, we're going to come into a forearm plank before we take the other side. So, rear facing, our forearms are going to come down, hands between the shoulder blocks. Now, again, extra light or a light. If you are on a light spring, if you're on a blue, you're going to feel the resistance. I'm going to ask you to battle against it, okay? So, it's either more support or less support, but either way, you have a different challenge, okay? So, I'm going to leave mine on the blue. My toes are turned under on the platform. I'm going to bring my forearms down. My hands are right between the shoulder blocks. Okay, now you can hold ninja palms, thumbs up, or palms down. Okay, your choice. Okay, we're taking a little bit of a narrower stance with the upper body on this one. I don't want you out here. I'd rather you be more narrow. Okay, so think elbows under shoulders. All right, knees under hips. On your inhale, we're going to lift those knees 1 inch off the carriage, just like we did at the start of class. On your next inhale, you're going to take that carriage all the way out to a full plank. All right? Now, no tenting of the hips, right? Keep the hips down, pull the belly button up and in. All right? From here, we're going to do a little shoulder glide. So I want you to think back body. On your inhale, you're going to slide your elbows 1 to 2 inches forward. Feel the strength out of those transverse abdominal muscles, that saran wrap, right, around the core. And then we pull the elbows back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. I do not want you to feel this in your low back. So if you're feeling it in your low back, you make that shoulder extension even less. Okay, maybe it's not happening today. Maybe we're just holding a plank. All right, and pull it back. You're here for 4. Inhale, exhale. Last 3. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. Inhale, exhale. Last 1. Inhale, exhale, and draw those knees all the way in. Okay, we're going to do that bird dog position on the other side. So slide over to the left side of your carriage. Make sure you are on the same spring load that you were when we did the other side. That is 1 blue for me. I'm going to grab my long loop and put it around my left foot, the arch of my left foot. Okay, here we go. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Guys, we're really, really close. All right, you have 1 sequence after this. That's it. All right, I want you to think again. Engage that core, pull that belly button up and in. Press the carriage away, create space between your shoulder blades. Let's think about that inhale and sliding a piece of paper under that left knee. Good. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes and just listen to the cues, right? Flex that foot. On your next inhale, you're going to take that left leg and you're going to slide it all the way back off the hip. Hold it there. Hold it there. Level your pelvis, okay? Exhale, pull the knee under the hip. It's in line with your right knee. It grazes the carriage. Inhale, send it back out strong. Exhale, bend. Inhale, strong. Good. Bend and extend. Excellent. Hang on to this right here. Okay, you've got 4 more. Bend, elbows are soft, we're not locked out. Inhale, last 3. Exhale, bend. Inhale, slide. Last 2. Bend and extend. Equal pressure between that left palm and that right shin. Extend. On your next one, you're going to hold the leg extended. Inhale, hold it. It is strong. The foot is flexed. Pulse it up. Up. Thinking about where the glute and the hamstring meet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, if you're up for that challenge, if you did it on the other side, hold that leg strong. Take that right arm and you're going to reach it right alongside that right ear. Thumb up. Hold that full bird dog for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pull it all the way in. Whew. Okay, hang that strap up. You are in your last and final sequence for today. And I just needed to remind myself what it was. We've got a little ladder. Okay, so in a ladder, you work down or up. Typically, you're going from the higher number to the lower number. So we're going to work from the number 8 all the way down to 1. All right, we're going to do shoulder taps, and in between them, we're going to do a forearm plank. All right, so I'm asking you for a little extra challenge to finish things off here. So we're still going to be rear facing. Because you are going to be tapping your shoulders, if you have an extra light spring, please take it, okay? So I'm going to switch my spring to the yellow now. If you do not have one, stay on that blue, but I want you to manage, okay, that resistance. So if the shoulder tapping is too much, maybe just hold the plank, okay? I can give you an alternate. Maybe we do knee pulls if you're on the blue and the shoulder tap doesn't work, okay? So your toes are going to be turned under on the platform. Your hands are on the carriage, okay? Somewhere around mid-carriage is a good place to start so that we have room to move the carriage, especially if you turn into knee pulls instead. Okay, so on your inhale, you're going to hover those knees 1 inch and hold. Let's send that carriage all the way out to a full plank and hold. All right, now right away, you can tell if this is manageable with that resistance. So I want you to widen your stance so that your feet are wider than your hips. Okay, that's going to give you support through the lower half. Now, if you lift one arm to tap your left shoulder and that's just not flying today, instead you're going to bend your knees. Okay, so I'm going to give you an option. You're going to do either 8 knee bends or knee pulls or shoulder taps, and your shoulder taps are going to be 16 because we're going to do 8 on each side, okay? So you're going to work with me right here. All right, here we go. All right, you're going to start right here. Your right hand is going to tap your left shoulder. Right hand to left, 1. Left hand to right, 1. Good. 2, 2. 3, 3, 4, 4. We want to try not to rock side to side. Good. 2, 2. Last 1, 1, drop down to your forearms. Okay, if you did 8 knee pulls, that's all you did. You're dropping down to your forearms as well. You are on your forearms. We're here for 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step back up to your hands. Left hand under left shoulder, right hand under right. Here we go. We're on the number 7. 7, tap. 6, tap. 5, tap. 4, tap. 3, tap. 2, tap. 1, drop to your forearms. You might have done 7 knee pulls. That's fabulous. Drop to your forearms. Okay, we're going to go to the number 6 next. You're here for 10 seconds. We're still here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step back up to your hands, right hand, left hand, hold it. Here we go, number 6. Either 12 shoulder taps or 6 knee pulls. Here we go. 6, tap. 5, tap. 4, tap. 3, tap. 2, tap. 1, tap. Drop to your forearms. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step up to your hands. Left hand, right hand. Hold it. We are on the number 5. 5, tap. 4, tap. 3, tap. 2, tap. 1, tap. Drop to your forearms. Here we go. Hold it. You're going down to the number 4. We're here for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step up to your hands. All the way up. Here we go. We're on the number 4. 4, tap. 3, tap. 2, tap. Last one. Tap. Drop to your forearms. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step up to your hands. We're on the number 3. Here we go. 3, tap. 2, tap. 1, tap. Drop to your forearms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step up to your hands. We're on the number 2. Here we go. 2, tap. 1, tap. Drop to your forearms. Oh boy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, step up to your hands. Here we go. Last one. Tap and tap. Drop to your forearms. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way in. Ooh, knees down. Sit into a child's pose. I want you to take your knees as wide as the carriage. Sit into your hips. Oh, reach those arms over the headrest. Good, hold it there. Make sure that headrest is down. Hold it there. Oh, feel that release. Guys, we ended with a burner. But hopefully it was all manageable. Good, you're here for 4. Last 3, 2. Good, come all the way up. Now you're going to be in a 4-point kneel real quick. We're going to do a quick little stretch just to work everything out. That was a toughie at the end. We're going to take the right arm, okay, and you're going to lace it palm up, lace it through the window on the left. So your palm is facing the ceiling. You're going to reach that right shoulder for the carriage, okay, finding that spinal twist and that release through the back. For 4, last 3, last 2. Good, come back up through center. Same thing on the other side, left hand palm up, lacing it through that window on the right. Good, trying to lay that shoulder down, and you may notice one side being a little tighter than the other. Whew. I worked through a pretty hefty mat class this morning, so I'm definitely feeling it. Feeling it now. 3, 2, Good. Come all the way back up. Good. Go ahead and flip over really quick. We're just going to end with a little spinal twist. Okay, so go ahead and lie on your back. All right, hold it there. Now, if you're on your extra light spring or light spring still, go ahead and press all the way out. So you have 2 straight legs. Your heels are just up against the platform. And let's go ahead and draw the right knee into the chest. Give that a nice little pull. We're going to take that right knee over to the left side. All right, so we're going to guide it with the left hand over to the left. Let your hips pick up. All right, so my right hip is way off the carriage. My right arm is going to reach out to the right, and I'm going to look to the right, allowing that spinal twist to happen through the thoracic spine. It's going to radiate up into the cervical spine and down into the lumbar spine. For 3, let it feel good. Last 2, a lot of focus on form today. Right now, I just want you to feel good. Come back through center. Come back through center. Ground both hips. Both heels are on the platform. Take that left knee into your chest. Hold it there. Guide that left knee over to the right side of the body with the right hand. Let that left hip pick up. Your left arm is going to reach to the left. Go ahead and let that feel good. Open it up. Breathe normally. No holding the breath. You're here for 3. Last 2. Good. Coming all the way back through center, grounding both hips again. Bend both knees so the carriage can come in. All right. And now once you're in against the bumper, go ahead and bring your feet up towards the ceiling. We're going to come into happy baby. So you're going to let your knees open wider than your shoulders. Okay. Just let your knees open wide. Your feet are flat and they're reaching for the sky. Okay. So you want to think about your foot stamping on the ceiling. Okay. Nice flexed foot. Hold on to the inside of your foot and just feel that stretch through the inner thigh right here. You can rock side to side if you feel comfortable on that elevated platform. Okay, I know you're on the carriage, and if you don't feel safe, please don't rock side to side. But if you feel safe, go ahead and just gently massage the spine from side to side. Good, you're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, you guys, bring those legs all the way down. Hold on to the outer thigh to roll all the way up. And you are all done. Well done. 60 minutes plus a little stretch. It never fails. You know what it is? It's all my talking. Anyways, but we kept that pretty condensed, just 10 minutes over. So nice job, you guys. You know, if you have questions for me, you know how to find me, right? You can comment on this video. I will respond to you. I get back to each and every one of you, whether it's a comment, question, whatever it is. I make sure I respond. Sometimes it takes me a little while, but I do get back to you, excuse me. You can also find me on all social media platforms at Just Be Fit. Okay, just send me a DM. I respond to those too. And then my website, justbefit.com. There's a contact button right there. It will shoot me an email. So don't be afraid to do that. Even if you think it is the simplest of questions, it is not a dumb question, okay? It is a question I can help answer. So when you have that opportunity, please email me. I am happy to answer anything for you. I do have live classes weekly, so if you're interested in those, let me know. Even if you don't want to attend the live class, I have an on-demand platform where you can purchase the class after it's happened, okay? So that platform, it has new classes uploaded weekly. 2 live mat classes and 1 reformer. However, we are going to be adding more reformer classes, I believe, very soon. Okay, so live reformer happens on Sundays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is live. If you'd like to join, just send me a message. And then my mat classes are Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, those are available to you. All levels are welcome. All levels are welcome. I give modifications just like I did in class today. Okay, so know that I will take care of you, okay? And your question, the reasons I have live classes are so that you can talk to me. All right, so don't be afraid. I love to hear from you, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.